Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I also want to say Happy New Year because this is the first video of 2019. So in today's video, I basically trashed my craft room slash office slash dumping ground throughout the month of December, and I'd work on a project, I wouldn't even put the stuff properly away because I had no proper storage. My craft room and office was spilling into the rest of the house. I had like photography equipment in my living room. I had like paintings in my kitchen, spray paint. So I had to just sort it out because the clutter and disorganization was actually frying my brain. Here is what my office looked like before I got my hands on it. So as you can see, I can't see the table. It's full of craft stuff from like projects from my channel. I had a few like PR packs I was sent. My drawers, the wardrobe beside me was completely unorganized. There was like sewing scraps, bits of fabric, and I have an IKEA calyx unit which was not serving its purpose. So I've redone that in today's video, and I organised all my admin stuff as well, the whole boring stuff. So that's what my office looked like before, and it was pretty dreadful. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I just kept like dumping stuff in here, but it's nice and tidy now, as you can see. So let's get into it, and I'm going to show you what I've done to make it tidy and restore order in my office. So it might not look like it, but I did get a head start. This floor was full last night. So over here, I have started to put the new calyx units in. I've been tidying as I've been going, and these are fantastic because I'm getting more stuff in. So I have another drawer unit to go here. I'll go through all these in detail, but like I've all my paints in here. I have power tools down here. I have like books and stuff in here, so I'm getting way more storage space. So I just have have a few craft things that came out of here. I've tidied in here. So what's left is I have a pegboard I'm going to put here. Get rid of all this clutter, and I need to get rid of some baskets. Don't worry Blondie, you can stay. And I think organise this as well. I'm after finding a load, oh, there goes my jars. I'm after finding a load of sewing patterns that I didn't even know I had. And then I'm after also finding a load of scissors that I didn't even know I had. I thought I only had like 2 or 3, yeah. And blade cores. So I'm going to put these on my pegboard. There's more sewing patterns, and then I need to tackle my receipts as well. So this is where we are at. I did do a good bit last night because it was just, I had to purge a few all craft items. So let's do this, Blondie. Let's finish the craft room. The first thing I need to do is make some tea, lots of tea, a pot of tea, and then I'm going to tackle this. I'm going to assemble my IKEA and yeah, organise everything. I don't like doing this, but I know it's going to feel good afterwards, but clutter stresses me out. I decided to change up my calyx unit, and I decided to get rid of the baskets because I couldn't store things properly. So I got a combination of the slide-in drawer ones and then the ones that open from the front as well. So I got 4 of the ones that open from the front, and I got 2 of the ones that have the little slide-out drawers. I find the slide-out drawers really easy to kind of store things like, you know, smaller items, so like chargers, camera equipment, tools, anything that's small, because when I had them in the larger baskets they kind of just got cluttered together. I also got some of these cute little wicker storage baskets. I'm just popping some wool into these. I really like these. I seen actually Lydia Elise Millen had these on her YouTube channel, so I picked them up in IKEA. I am the worst person when it comes to making my receipts neat. That is going to be 2019's mission. Now this isn't ideal, but I am just popping them into one of my recycled sweet tins for now, but I will get a proper organisation system for my receipts in the new year. I'm just installing one of the pegboards from IKEA. These are super easy to install. I'm using the Measure app on my phone, so I can use my phone as a spirit level. So that was handy, and it went up straight, so it must work. I am using my drill to drill in the bracket, but I did notice in IKEA that they had a little kit. So if you're not able to drill it into your wall, maybe you're renting, they did have a little kit so you didn't have to drill into the wall. This is where I actually lose my screws and finally find them. So just an FYI, put all your screws into one place when you are doing a bit of DIY. I picked up some of the little inserts and hooks from IKEA for the pegboard, so I'm just playing around with how I'm kind of styling it up, but I generally just put the things that I needed on it. So the last thing I did was give it a good hoover and a good wipe down. When you do a lot of sewing and crafting in your office, so much dust just gathers. So I find I have to dust in here often, just from the fibres from the threads. So let me show you what is inside here. This is actually like a wardrobe, but I have used it as storage. So on top I actually have a couple of dresses, but these are actually dresses that they no longer fit, or that I like them as dresses, but I want to use the fabric off them. You'll see a really nice kind of floral cat kitten, so I want to use them for projects. There's actually just a random crate of backpacks that I use for like traveling and stuff. So then down here I just use like lots of crates for stuff. So this is all sewing items. So at the back I have like sewing patterns, some sewing books, some like thread and bits and bobs. Then this little kind of shelf unit here, this actually has wheels and can come out, and that is just full of fabric scraps. At the bottom I have some tissue paper from DIYs, and I also have some more paper as well here. Over here, some more sewing stuff, some IKEA frames. In here I have loads of silicone molds from when I was soap making and using clay. So lots of clay and soap molds. Different types of craft glue, some paintbrushes and rollers, just some spare ones. In here is a big crate of craft stuff. So this is kind of like more paper craft stuff, and again bits and bobs. Like I have some random like ornamental things, fur trim, rolls like this. Stuff that basically I need to organise but didn't have the time today. So I put them all in this crate because I didn't want to throw them out. So yeah, little pots of glitter. Yeah, so craft stuff that's not necessarily sewing related. Yeah, so that's all in there. In here I just have my printer. This is the dreaded box of receipts. I also have another box in there as well. So that's my printer. So that's what's in here. So this was an absolute mess before I started. So I'm really happy that this is tidy. So these are so much better than the baskets because I fit so much. So I have like photography equipment and stuff in here, so cables, chargers, extra camera lenses, the bigger lenses I could pop up here. So microphones, everything like that. I have some tools, finally a place for tools. I just have some spare paintbrushes, tools, measuring tapes. So they're all in there. And then in here, so I have lots of paints and like tester pots, wax, spray paints. In here I have some power tools. I also have more power tools in here. And yeah, oh, in here I just have lots of notebooks, but if you notice, so like see the newspapers and the magazines, These are just any mentions I have. So if I got a mention in a magazine or a newspaper, I will obviously buy it and keep it. But I want to make a scrapbook for it, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. So I just love how much calmer this is feeling. Everything is hidden away except the things that I need. My sewing machine as well I have left out, but when I'm like working on my laptop editing a video, I will put the sewing machine away and I'll simply just pop the sewing machine up here. So I'll just have a little crate of stuff up there, but the sewing machine can sit in there and that can move. On my pegboard I just have the likes of scissors, I have my notebooks, there's also some paintbrushes up the top, some embroidery hoops, so just things that I can easily grab. And then over in my little IKEA unit here I have things like pens, kind of more like stationery items and kind of a few random bits as well. Yeah, so I try and keep this for like pens and writing stuff and keep up here for sewing and crafty bits. I still have my baking tray. You'll remember these are actually baking trays sprayed gold to turn into little notice boards. I just have a few kind of souvenirs. So that's like my badge from the Chelsea Flower Show from this year. This is when me and Karen went to Provence, so I like to keep a few little trinkets. That's just a little quote that I found. So yeah, I like to just pin on a few little things. I do kind of need to tidy it up a bit. I need to actually put like a vision board and stuff on it, so I think I'll use that for like my vision board. My tidy office. Well, it's tidy for now until I actually go and make a project and I'll wreck it again. So from tidying my office I kind of realised that I'm actually a jack of all trades, because I had sewing stuff, so fabric, needles, threads, sewing machines, and then I would have painting stuff, paintbrushes, and then I would have power tools, small tools, and then I would have like photography equipment. So I needed everything to have a place so that I won't mix up with each other, and that has given me a bit of calm, because I could have sewing stuff mixed in with paint, mixed in with camera lenses, and there was no order to it. So now that it is all in order and everything has a place, I actually didn't have to throw out too much. I only threw out like fabric scraps that I could not use. I will hoard fabric scraps. So I didn't throw out a lot. I say I had like one big bag full of stuff that I purged, and half a bag that went to donation as well. For some reason there's crows fighting outside just as I gone Philip. Can you hear them? Maybe Blondie's there. I don't know, there's just crows having a party out there. So let me know if you want to see me organise a few things, because although you might see the polished version of my house on YouTube and Instagram, there is a couple of presses, well there's more than a couple of presses, that are just junk. When I get stressed and overwhelmed and I'm really busy, I tend to just stuff things into things and then close them and forget about it. So I have a few things I need to tackle, but at least the office is nice and tidy for 2019. I have lots of space, and if I do get like craft items, I have homes for them, so I'm pretty happy with that. So that's it for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, and you can catch me over on Instagram during the week. I'll talk to you later. Bye guys.